In this video, we're going to be going through 5 UAD native plugins. If you don't know by now, UAD plugins have only been available to hardware users for as long as I can remember. So without any delay, let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the API channel strip. Let's just pull up some presets and adjust the line level. They already have a compressor and a gate set up, a little bit of EQ, so we'll just roll with it. I'm going to back out the line level to just try to minimize some of the bleed. Pull up 1974 kick. Alright, get that bleed out of the way. Alright, let's do a bypass. It's a solid kick. Alright, we'll do the same thing. Let's pull up a preset. Let's try to pull that bleed out. We'll do a bypass. Hear the kick, snare pretty even. Just hear a snare there. So we're gonna pull up these toms now and pull up the toms preset. Basically what I'm gonna do is just back it off until that bleed goes away. You hear all that? Seems like a pretty bad spot right here. Let's try to take that back. If we can control that, I'm sure when the tom hits, it'll be what we want. Let's check out that release a little bit. Okay. We'll do toms 1 again. Try to minimize that snare bleed. Sounds good to me. Let's do a little bypass. Nice. Alright, let's move on to the overheads. I'm going to take these from scratch. Turn on the EQ. Alright. Do a little bypass on the EQ. Let's go to the rooms. Yep. Throw some compression on. Nice. Bypass it. Nice. Now we'll run a bypass. Nice. Here's the API channel strip. Alright, let's move on to the bass. We're going to start with a factory default. Then we'll go to one of the presets. He was hitting it pretty hard in this second verse, so... Alright. Let's check out these guitars. So we're gonna take a little of the high end off. Throw in a little high pass. Alright. Alright, let's pull these vocals up.
Alone tangled in my room. No, too much of anything bad is never enough. Or can I still burn you? Alone tangled in my room. You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon.
Yep.
We push, enough, or can I still burn you? Alone tangled in my room. You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon.
Alright, so let's move on to the LA2A. Let's see, I pulled up one of each. So we got the silver, the gray, and then the 2. Let's pull up the silver. Looks like we got it on the snare, so let's pull that snare out.
Cause I don't wanna burn all by myself.
Nice.
Sick boy.
Bypass.
You're a sick boy. Fucking with a sick girl. Here we are, all alone, tangled in my room. You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon.
Alright, then we have on our guitars, we have a 2A gray.
You say you don't love me no more. I say you're a liar. 'Cause even though you've been so burned, you still hold steady to my fire. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh boy, look where
Then of course we put the 2 on the vocal track. Here.
here we are, all alone, tangled in my room. You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon. We push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the hell's new? Too much of anything bad is never enough. Or can I still burn you?
So let's do a bypass.
Here we are, all alone, tangled in my room.
Alright, let's put it in.
Here we are, all alone, tangled in my room.
Nice.
You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon.
Alright, next we're gonna mess with the tape. Oxide. I believe I have it on the kick drum so we get a little bit more of a punch out of it.
You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon. We push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the hell's new? Too much
Do
of
a bypass.
anything bad is never enough. Or can I still burn you? I'll string you down to the pit of my hell. 'Cause I don't wanna play all by myself.
We also got the oxide on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
We're on to the fourth plugin, which we're going to pull out two different 1176s. Of course, we got it running on bass, and it looks like we use it on the overhead just a little bit. Let's throw it in the mix.
You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon. We push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the hell's new? Too much of anything that is never enough. But can I still burn you?
Yes, there's such a fast attack on the 1176. You pretty much use it to just limit. Obviously it says right there, but man, it just pulls whatever you put it on to the front. And now we're gonna pull the 1176 on the overheads, which, like I just said, it's gonna pull it to the front.
Push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the hell's new?
Nice.
Too much of anything that is never enough. But can I still burn you? My room. You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon. We push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the hell's new? Too much of anything that is never enough. But can I still burn you? My room. You.
Without the 1176. Nice. All right. So the last thing I wanted to pull open this Century Tube channel strip in terms of expenses on lower on the level. So if you're looking to get into Universal Audio,
Anytime soon. Push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the
Alright.
hell's new? Too much of anything that is never enough. But can I still burn you? My room. You ask me if my mama's coming home anytime soon. We push, we pull, we fuck, we fight all night. What the hell's new? Too much of anything that is never enough. But can I still burn you?
so that's a tube preamp. Let's throw on the EQ.
Come on, baby, won't you let me burn you down? Let's fire up another round. Come on, baby, ride with me to crazy town. My baby, I love the way you turn me out. You follow me to the pit of my head. Don't it feel so damn nice to be derailed?
So yeah, there you go. We got the API channel strip, the LA2As, Oxide, 1176, and the Century channel strip. Really like them. I think they turned out great. They had nice separation in the mix. A lot of times you can't get that separation once you get the bass and the kick going. You lose the kick. And the Oxide really, even though it was distorting, was still coming through. 1176 is the magic bullet for bringing anything out in the mix. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some comments. Have you tried any of the new native plugins?